Hello, welcome back to Train to Gensan. We're on the last stretch now, on the very last, heading to Gensan station. We're about to pick up the laser, thank goodness. Laser's not too bad. What I did not know is you can shoot the tank down with 3 shots. You'll notice also on the laser itself is the word Stark, evidently a reference to Iron Man. Okay, so this is going to take 30 minutes, and basically we're just pitted against relentless amounts of phone call horde zombies. Smoker got my gun before I was able to. And that's what you gotta look out for. Every time you pick up a weapon, basically a smoker's gonna come in and take the gun off you. In these phone call hordes, I'm using the bouncer, you'll notice as well. I've swapped from the grandma to the bouncer, and that's because the bouncer's guitar has a longer melee strike, so I can take down those pink zombies, pink dressed zombies, with every melee swing. And less are going to be able to bite me, because those are the ones that take down your health pretty quick. You'll see there's mountains in the background, so these pink, see how fast they travel. So thankfully I'm trying to, sometimes you can, lucky, I've got a tank. I'm in trouble now. So the tank will, if you can't shoot the tank down, he will. Thankfully, I've got 2 cannons. So I got another phone call horde already. So Davao to Gensan will take a lot of your battery power to your night vision goggles. And the best way of getting through, saving as much battery power, is to try and walk as fast. You can see how many, you can see how quickly I am tapping this button to try and get this down in time. It's just relentless. I can already feel my muscles burning as I'm going through these things. Oh yeah, and the Punisher on the t-shirt there. Another reference. So he's made a few references to, and you'll hear, like with the train stations, when the zombies get rushed to get on board the train, you'll hear first come, first served. But I'll talk about all that and the developer and everything else at the end of the game. Like always, as this is the final video for Train to Gensan. AK-47, plowing through them now. Try and chew through as much as horde as you can. Always keep track of your bullets as they dwindle down, because you're going to have to switch to melee like I am now. And you need to switch pretty fast, and then we're going to try and walk through this. You can see that is just constantly relentless. So I recommend belting at least 5 weapons only and deactivate everything else. And the weapons I recommend are laser, minigun, and pipe bomb. There you go, got him. Laser. Lasers can also shoot through rubber ducks as well. Bullets can't, so that's an extra good thing about the laser. And laser, if it's maxed, I think it's about 700. You get a lot of bullets. Unfortunately, my laser's not maxed, and I'm still finding it's the better gun. So I'm not sure how these. Oh damn it! I can't save these survivors. So each survivor you save, like, okay, I got one. you're able to pop them at the end of the game for in-game currency, which is rubber ducks. And I'm in trouble here. I've just got, should be able to hold them off. If I can hold them off, it'll be good. I mean, the problem is we're not even 30 minutes. We've got to do this for 30 minutes. As I said, it is an endurance. Every time you pick up a gun, you'll hear that noise, which means the smoker's going to come and take the gun off you. And unfortunately, I can't stop meleeing them, or I will die. Now, the useless weapons are the flamethrower and the landmines, because of the heavy shielded. They don't. I'm trying to. Sometimes you can melee lots, and that will stop you from hopefully getting the next phone call. I mean, the less phone calls you get, the more likely you're. But it's just a luck of the draw, and this is where it becomes frustrating. It's a luck of the draw if you, or unlucky if you get a tank at the same time you're dealing with a phone call horde. You'll most likely die. Hopefully that won't happen, but we've got 30 minutes of that possibility. So I'm going to throw the pipe bomb, my favourite weapon. And if you throw the pipe bomb when the smoker announces the call that he's coming on, it will kill him. If you do it too much later, he will steal your pipe bombs from you. The pipe bomb will also stop the zombies from attacking any of the survivors. I still got one pipe bomb, but I didn't get time to. And now I got a smoker. Smoker's gonna come on. I haven't got time to throw it. And I've got a tank. Got a tank. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Come on, quick! I've got a tank. No. He's taken off. Hopefully, I can see. That's the perfect for instance where it can get really dangerous really quick. Thankfully, I've got to use my mask. Got to do that pretty quick. The problem is, if you don't have the mask, you will most likely succumb to the Bantot airborne virus, and you will succumb very, very quickly to it, regardless of how many injections you have. Alright, now it was originally, you'll see how there's a Z on it, it was originally called the Z virus. And this whole Bantot virus was adopted later on, and I'll talk about that at the end of the video, because I find that very strange. So you can see that the pink zombies have really, the pink dress zombies are really chewing through my health here, because I'm getting a lot of them. I have meleeed enough to get back my health. This is why I suggest 40 health kits of both sorts. 20 masks, 20 syringes is my recommendation. And oh my goodness, how far are we gone? So we're 1/3 of the way. Wow. Oh boy, this is gonna be all. And we are finally chewing through this. Whew. I wish there was some sort of break, but there isn't. Now this has been remade a few times, and again there is a massive difference between the iOS version and the Google Play version. I highly recommend the Google Play version. Don't even bother with the iOS version. A lot less grind. And there's a lot more versatility, which makes the game interesting. Look at the detail. It's got blue veins. The jewels coming. Hopefully we can get these survivors. We can. So as you can see, I've got 33 survivors now. And we're about to hit another phone call. Well, the phone calls aren't bad, it's just if you have a tank come at the same time. That is really, really a nightmare to do. And again, I'm trying to sync my melee swings in with the pink dress infected coming, even though the bouncer has a weaker attack than the grandma, it's able to sort of keep the shields at bay because it sort of has this little bit tiny kickback to it, and so I always found that I get less bitten with the guitar than I do with the cane or the baseball bat. So what are we into now? We're heading. We're heading to about halfway. Now the backgrounds also changed. So it used to be a skyscraper background, but he's now put it to a countryside background. But as you can see, there's not much to that background. It just keeps flicking. And we've got enough phone horde. Again, shoot through as much of the horde as you can. Switch to melee. And hopefully no tank. But you can again see how, oh good, fire bomb. You can see how much how often I'm pressing that button. You look at the bottom right and see how many times I am going nuts trying to plow through this, and oh. And if you accidentally move too far and you click outside, you are going to get bitten and lose all your health instantaneously. Okay, got through another horde. I kind of... Oh, here's a tank. Oh, that's alright. At least we haven't got a phone call. Come here, come here, come here. Come get me. Okay. So if I emptied that whole content of 120 bullets into the tank, that wouldn't have killed him. I found the only bullet gun to kill him is the minigun, and you've got to pretty much empty the whole contents of that. That's why it surprises me that it only takes 3 laser bullets for him to go down. So again, I've got to put on a mask. You always got to listen to the smoker's oncoming call, which is that strange clicking sort of alien sound. I'm assuming the one walking across the top of the... Look, she looks like Samara, the one from the Ring horror franchise. I'm assuming it's Samara. The clown's evidently it, and one of them looks like... One of them evidently looks like Dracula. I don't know if the grandpa's supposed to be anyone. There used to be a fat-bellied infected, but he seems to have been taken out. Which he was a pretty unsightly one. I don't know if he was supposed to be the boomer, but again, doesn't have that effect. I wish there was something that allowed you to destroy phones, or a perk which allowed you to jump over. So that strange noise you just heard, that's the oncoming of a smoker. Okay, how are we going? We're halfway there, guys. We're halfway through this 30-minute challenge. Things are looking good. It looks like we might be able to... hopefully I don't curse myself and we die like 29 minutes into the 30-minute game. 30-minute ending. I will probably throw my computer out the window. Davao station is quite a formidable horde too. So, okay, again, shoot down through the horde. Switch to melee. Takes some time to switch between guns, and you gotta be careful when the smoker grabs your gun off you, because again it's going to take that time to switch to melee. So you might be in melee, the smoker grabs the gun off you anyway, which is going to slightly order your hit. See if we can see it here. No, I didn't activate that. And the phone call hordes seem to be getting longer and longer. Oh, I wish my son would stop calling me. I wish I would turn my phone off. Throw my phone out the window. Or leave my phone on the ground. Step on it. You don't really pick up many survivors. Like, oh, see, again, that shows that's what I was referring to. He grabs the gun out and it takes time to switch to melee. You don't really grab any survivors from. It's not a great payout from Davao to Gensan. So what I recommend is upgrading the cannon and unlocking that, and upgrade it maybe to, let's say, 6 times, and then get it fast track to Alabang, activate the cannon twice per station there. Very easy, just run into a horde, and then pick up all the in-game currency, and then when you've used your 6 cannons, start again. And that will cut a lot of the grind out, and you'll be able to max the game. Okay, so he's just sounded again. I might be able to throw these, but okay, so funny how you get 2 different shielders. Oh no, I've got a tank and a phone call. This is not good. This is not good. This is bad. This is bad, guys. I might die here. I'm down to a little. I'm on a syringe. I'm on syringe. I've got to get to the health. Got to get to the health. Get there. Oh my goodness, that was close. Again, wow. It can turn so rapidly. 18 minutes of the game and just one more hit. One more bite and it would have been all over. Now I've got time to syringe myself. Wow. Oh. that's and it's just the luck of the draw. I don't know anything to... I don't think it matters whether you walk fast through this, whether you keep meleeing to slow down the amount of enemies. I would assume by keep meleeing you're slowing down the amount of phone calls you pick up, but at the same time you're constantly hitting that melee button isn't giving you any rest, and my fingers are starting to feel it. I'm starting to feel drained. I feel the need to put this game on pause. I feel the need to just stop, and it just doesn't. It just keeps going and going and going and going. I've never played anything like this. The grand has grabbed my gun, so I do wish there was some sort of break in between this. Though 30 minutes of this non-stop is tiring. Wow. Look, like the phone calls must be getting longer. This is getting ridiculous. Alright, we're in the last final stage. We're in the last quarter. Don't stuff up now. No more tanks, please. As long as if I don't get a tank while I'm getting a phone call, I should be alright. I'm tempted just to keep mailing, so I'm not picking up as many phone calls, but having said that, I've already built one up. And I'm going to again choose through the horde as much as I can, keeping track of the weapons, switch to melee, and hopefully get through it as much as this I can. So there's a health kit. I need to get to that. I'm getting low. Again, I need to melee my way. Slowly inch myself forward. Got to it. Got the minigun. This will chew through everything. Hopefully Smoker doesn't get it. Smoker's coming. I need to shoot him quick. Get the shield down. Quick shoot him. Ah, got him. Okay. At least I get to keep the good weapon now. I don't want this. Don't pick it up. Ugh. 42 seconds. Okay, we've only got maybe 6 minutes left. 6, 7. This is looking promising. That's the main thing. It's been a long journey. It's been massive. I will reward you by sticking with me, showing you the ins and outs of the game at the end. Having an in-depth look. Just working through my way through this horde. Sammy, oh my goodness, Sammy on the ceiling now. This is ridiculous. Okay, keep going, keep going, keep going. I'm not getting down to 35, so I'm gonna switch. So all those, because there were so many pink ones, one of them got a bite in and took a lot of my health off. The rest don't bite you as much. It's only the pink one. So the smoker don't infect the survivors too, they don't bite the survivors. So smokers do no damage, they just grab your weapons, that's all they do. Okay, so this might be, hopefully, my last phone horde. We're getting close to a time. Got him just before. Okay. What an arduous journey. Okay, last horde, hopefully. Fingers crossed. No more tanks. Couldn't deal with a tank. Oh, she got a bite in. She got a bite in. I'm getting tired now. Getting bites in. I'm getting weak. I'm finding it hard to press See, did it again. I need to get to that health kit. I'm tired now, guys. So, I've been pressing this button non-stop, and it's getting harder and harder. It's unforgiving. Alright, please. Oh, there's some survivors. They're going to turn to a horde. Yeah, can't stop it. 61. That's all I've got. Again, not a good payout. He stole my damn gun. I hate the smoke. Nah, got another phone call horde, but this one's only 20 seconds long. Oh, grab the gun. A laser. I wish I had this laser maxed. That would make life so much more easier. Taking damage again. Come on, we're nearly there. We're nearly at we're on the verge of 30 minutes now. It's gotta be soon. Just don't give in yet. Oh, I've got the health. Should be alright. It's gotta be an announcement of the station soon. Can I get those survivors? I can. Okay, got some more. 71. Okay. No, it's got another one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to empty this contents because that's not a good weapon, and hopefully pick up another weapon. That's my plan. There you go, minigun. See? Oh, and we had the final call, Gensan station. We might not have to get to the horde. We might not have the horde. Might be able to. Can we get? Yes. Go. Don't want the horde. Go away. No. Yes. That's it. We don't have to deal with the horde. And that's it. That's February the 8th, 2002. And there's a blasted sun. The first one. There he is. He's the one. He's the prick that's been phoning us relentlessly all the time. I wish I had a bullet left in the minigun. Hang on, I've got the guitar. It's right next to his head. Perfect opportunity. Take a swing. Take a swing. Go for it. Punisher, go. Smack him. Smack him good. No matter who you take, the Nene will always be in the closing credits. And this is Tata Games. This is credits created by Anjo Pascual. Graphics Ivan Frani, Mako Colado, Anjo Pascual, Joms Falescon, Anjo Pascual, Gab Agula, Kevin McLeod, and special thanks to Gracial, Jesse, and all those other people. Anything is purely coincidental if it's any similar, and that's it. So the good thing is I'm able to get all the ducks this time. Don't need to get any first aid kits. And this is my personal Discord room dedicated to the game. So as you can see, you got to go through 16 train stations using 4 carriages from North Avenue to Gensan. Gensan is 1,023 kilometers away from. I should have checked that. I'm not actually quite sure of that. The objective is to pick up as many survivors and then pop them later on for in-game currency. This is the train route. These are all the stations. As you can see, I've gone to Gensan. Now this is in real life, so I wanted to check how factual this game is. So this is North Avenue, and there is a train station line that goes all the way to Taft Avenue. So you would go to GMA Communing, Aranet, Cubao, Ayala and Taft Avenue. It would take you 32 minutes by train to go from North Avenue to Taft. Now in real life, North Avenue, this is what North Avenue looks like. It's part of this line 3, and I don't know why, but this is how they board on the station. During the COVID pandemic, they kind of have this type of seating arrangement, but there you go. Then you got second station was Communing, and it will introduce you to the phone call and the shield enemies. This is what the GMA Communing station looks like in real life. Again, you see a different lineup, a little bit more a populated area. Then we have Cubao, the third station. We're introduced to subways and tunnels and things like that. This is what Cubao station looks like in real life. Again, big stations, probably less dispensed amount. Station 4, Ayala, where we got the duck. Now I think this is connected to a shopping centre for some reason from memory. But again, this is a Ayala station. It's quite a big one. As you can see, look how dense they're becoming. Like if all these were to turn infected, you can understand why the horde. So that's the Ayala station. Then we got to Taft, where you get again we introduced to the green gas, amongst other things, and Taft Avenue station. Now I found this fascinating. So when the station is empty, even though it's like basically a city area, a metro city, this is as big as the station is. This is it, right? This little bit here. So in peak hour, this is crazy stuff. Okay, when peak hour, when all the people come to the city, that little station that you just saw looks something like this during peak hour. Crazy stuff. That's insane, balls. That's just nuts. Now, interestingly, the next station was Paranak. Now, in real life, there is no Paranak station. Now, there's a Bickerton station, a train station, that's in the suburb of Paranak, which is over here somewhere. Okay, and to get there is a Paranak station, but that's a bus station. So to get to Bickerton by train is 26 minutes, and we actually have to travel backwards, and then we got to get onto a separate train line system and go down to there. None of this is portrayed factually inside the game. And then from Bickerton we would have a 25-minute walk to get to Paranak station, if that was the case. But I'm assuming that Bickerton station is really Paranak station. And the reason why I say this, now you're also going, once you've gone into Bickerton station, you're heading into a different kind of, you're heading into more slum sort of areas. The housing is quite dilapidated. So the reason why I said Bickerton is probably the station which is in the Paranak suburb is because you've got Alabang and you've got Columba on the same station. So it's the same train line station. Now to get from Bickerton to Columba, it would take us 1 hour and 32 minutes by train. So as you can see, this is not factual when it comes to time wise either. Again, we're introduced to 2 new enemies. And when we get to Alabang station, I think we have to walk there, don't we? We have to start walking. There is still an operating train station, but the housing, this is what all the housing would look like. This is your views basically from that station. And this is basically how they start waiting on the station. It's a bit more casual. Then we get to Columba. As I said, this is what the note would look like if the game is going to tell you to log off. So the very first time you get to Columba, it will give you this note saying that you need to log off. If you don't, you will get killed by the witch. After that, you'll be given this note, which basically says just walk past her, don't attack her, or you will die. We're again introduced to a new enemy. This enemy, flamethrowers and landmines, will not work on it. Now, Columba is an interesting station. It's a bit more spooky. It sort of has a bit of a reputation because of the paintwork, the unusual blue look. It kind of has a glow, but it's kind of a dull look during the day. And as you can see, this is the suburb that it's at. Now, from Naga, if we're going to go from Columba Station, which is over here, right, all the way to Naga Station, which is over there, it's going to take us 13 hours and 10 minutes. But we're going to have to do it mainly by bus. There is no train station over here. So if I can enlarge this, so this is where basically Columba is, and as you can see, there's only about 3 or 4 more stations, and then that's it. This is all the railway system of the Philippines. This is the entire railway system. So why he didn't use any of these stations and why the 16 go down to Gensan, it's basically just a play on works to the Busan. As you can see, this railway station is closed. This is an abandoned railway station, Naga. This is what it looks like, and that's because the railway system is in bad line of needing repair. There wasn't maintenance done on it. It was considered unsafe. Trains would derail. So that actually happened after Columba, where in the game it happens at Alabang. Just before you get to Alabang, sorry. But I'm guessing it's the developer having a go at his own railway system. So again, showing you that. Then we got to go from Naga to Sorsogon, which would take 3 hours and 31 minutes by bus. Again, no train station actually exists. Now, Sorsogon, we're going back into a populated area. This is a bus station, probably the equivalent. This is where you would travel from. The seating arrangements there. And they are building a trainway station, or the Chinese are building a trainway station for the Philippines, and this is basically what it's to look like. So it is in building mode, but there is no train station. Then from Sorsogon City all the way down to Tacloban City is actually quite impossible by train. There is no railway system. You actually need to take a ferry across here, and I think a ferry across here too. And it will take you 7 hours and 57 minutes by bus. Again, you're looking at Tacloban City, more of a coastal sort of region, quite populous. You've got jeepneys now that are the popular mode of cabode, mode of transport. And then from there to Cebu, so Tacloban station over here, need a long boat trip all the way over to Cebu City. Again, impossible by train, absolutely impossible. Cebu City at night, and basically there's only a bus station in Cebu. Well, there's more than one, but this is one of the main ones that you'd probably take. Then, now this is where it gets interesting to behold. From Cebu, there's no train station and there's no bus either. So we're actually now, there's no bus station on this island. we're actually having to resort to car to get. Now, by car, it's going to take us 3 hours and 30 minutes to get there. And Bohol is famous for these hills, basically. So the equivalent station that you would get is a petrol station. What actually happened to the factual ability of this game? It's gone downhill pretty fast. Surigao station. Remembering we're now in a car, we go from Bohol all the way to Surigao. That would take 6 hours and 29 minutes by car. Then we were able to get back on a bus. Surigao again is quite populated. Again, different type of bus system. And then we would go to Davao. Davao from Surigao would take you 9 hours and 6 minutes. Now, you would actually be able to get onto some really fancy buses, first class, TV screen on every seat type of bus from Davao, like these type of buses here. So they still have all the other sort, but that's basically what Davao would look like. Then you from Davao to Gensan, the ending of the game, which is an abbreviation for General Santos City. And that there would take you 4 hours and 10 minutes. And at the end of the game, of course, as you saw, you're given a title screen. This is the blasted sun that keeps calling you, and you're awarded at the end of the game a little ribbon that sticks on your train. Now, if you get past the game more than once with 2 or 3 characters, nothing happens. It's exactly the same. General Santos looks like this, basically, and this is the bus station. So very, very up-to-date buses, and as I said, basically TV screens. It's basically first-class buses here. These are your 4 characters. I passed the game on both Bouncer and Sass. Bouncer, he has a longer melee, so you won't get bitten as much, even though his attack is not as good, as he's still able to, he's got a bit of kickback with his guitar and he can hold them all at bay, and you just won't get bitten as much. This guy's got better statistics, but his batuta is basically short, so you'll get more people biting you. The only real big advantage to him is he's got his own gas mask, so you won't have to buy any of these face masks anymore. I recommend 20 of these, 40 of these, 20 of these and 40 of these if you're going to try and pass the game in one shot. Unlock this as much as you can, and fast track to Alabang. Use the 2 cannons on each station and kill yourself after. That will cut down your grind quite significantly. These are the weapons. The weapons I don't recommend is flamethrower and landmine. The weapons I recommend is pipe bomb, alien gun. As you can see, it's a 750 maxed, and a minigun. Then the choice is yours. The birthday cake will show you how many deaths you've made. This is not mine, this is someone else's. This is the developer. This is the guy, as you can see, he is definitely a local. Now this is where things get weird. So as I said, it was originally called the Z virus, and if you look at the game, it's actually got the Z on the thing. But if you go into the App Store description, it actually talks about a Bantot virus. Now, I saw that there is a GoFundMe page where this author is writing a book, and in the first chapter, he's including the backstory of Train to Gensan in his book. Now, when I checked up more about this guy, this is the profile I got, which I thought was a bit weird for an author. And then this is the real name when I dug deeper. And then digging deeper still, I find out this is really the guy. This is him. He is a kid. It's a scam. It's a bogus GoFundMe page. the whole thing is based on this silly movie, children's movie. You can find that out yourself if you want to watch it. It's about cartoon characters and little girls joining together to save the world. And I'm not kidding. That's basically what the book is about. And this is what he's wrote up for Train to Gensan is. Train to Gensan Part 1, North Avenue, is a chapter in When the Cold Breeze Blows Away. In this chapter, the Grand Alliance are given with a new mission from a United States Army General, Colonel Hines. That a middle-aged woman, Imelda Somberlon, which I'm guessing is your nene in the game, is having her son's birthday tomorrow, where she faces an unexpected threat that the Global Liberation Union has made. So this is the diabolical organization that created the Bantot virus. As the war against the Bantot virus begins in the North Avenue train station, Imelda, upon arriving, being attacked by Bantot virus zombies, is being saved by Sparks Mackenzie's Smith & Wesson Model 500. So she is being saved by a robot. Just as Sparks is deployed from a future alliance, oh good, a robot from the future, this Chinook to the top of an MR train. Yeah, whatever. So as I said, here's the weird part. Instead of suing the guy, suing the kid, taking the GoFundMe page down, doing any of that, instead the developer adopts this as part of his game. Now, there's no official connection between the author of this book and the creator of the game. None of the credits show that to be the case. But the developer has adopted the explanation as the Bantot virus is now in the App Store description. There are 2 parodies being made. One is Bus to Gensan. I couldn't find it, but if you want to look at that up, wouldn't really recommend it. And Train to Taft, again, wouldn't recommend that either. Some screenshots. So this is what the witch looks like if she's not covered by the train. I found it interesting that when you shoot a laser in the subway, everything highlights up. And this, I don't know if this was night vision or an early model, but this isn't in the game anymore. This was a original fat-bellied infected in the game, doesn't exist anymore. I'm not sure if this is a hack or part of the original game. As you can see, the skyscraper, which doesn't exist anymore. Maybe this was the original mine layout that you could do, but you can't do that anymore. So that's basically about it. And in final, this, as you can see, I died 95 times and to max out everything in the game. Well, hopefully you found that interesting. Until next time, bye for now.